This episode is brought to you by Nespresso. Gift magical mornings with Nespresso Virtuo Pop. Compact and stylish, Virtuo Pop is made to meet every morning coffee craving. From espresso to coffee, hot or iced, at the click of a button. And celebrate the season with Nespresso's limited edition coffee flavors. Sweet almond and hibiscus, cinnamon and candied tamarind, and festive double espresso. Magic in the making. Shop the holiday gift collection exclusively at Nespresso.com.
Welcome to From Dorms to Desks, job hunting tips for those early in their careers. A podcast brought to you by College Recruiter job search site, which believes that every student and recent grad deserves a great career, and hosted by Work Defined. Join our AI co-hosts as they dive into tips, tricks, and insights that will help you land your next part-time, seasonal, internship, or entry-level job. Let's get your career started.
Graduating college, it's this huge moment, isn't it? Exciting, yeah, but also maybe a little terrifying.
Totally. It's a mix.
1 minute you're celebrating, feeling on top of the world. The next, maybe a bit of panic sets in. Yeah. That leap, from dorms to desks, it can feel massive, especially when the job market seems like it has these weird secret rules.
That's such a common feeling, that blend of, excitement and some very real anxiety. And you're definitely not alone in feeling that way.
Right.
Which is exactly why we're diving in today. Our mission here for the From Dorms to Desks podcast by College Recruiter is to, peel back the layers.
Okay.
We're going to unpack the critical steps, shed light on some insights that might actually surprise you, and basically help you, our listener, navigate this whole post-graduation job search thing with more confidence.
Good.
Yeah.
Because it can feel mystifying.
It can. So we've gathered a whole stack of expert sources tailored just for this transition, to try and demystify landing that really crucial first professional job. We're going to walk through it step by step.
Yeah.
The reality check, navigating the entry-level landscape.
Okay, so let's dive straight in with something that honestly drives recent grads nuts. The entry-level paradox.
Ah, yes, the classic.
It's so common, right? You see these job postings labeled entry-level, supposedly for people like you just starting out, but then, bam, requires 3 to 5 years of experience. It feels absurd. And it's not just you imagining it, is it? Our sources definitely confirm this is a huge frustration, a real barrier. But why? Why do companies even do this?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And the sources suggest a few reasons. Sometimes it's just inertia, like a hiring manager uses an old job description, doesn't update it properly.
Lazy copying and pasting.
Kind of, yeah. Or sometimes they're casting a wide net, hoping maybe they can snag someone with a bit more experience, even if they'd be fine with a true entry-level person.
Hedging their bets.
Exactly. And then there's the tech side. Applicant tracking systems, the ATS, sometimes they're programmed with filters that inadvertently demand experience keywords, even for entry roles.
Okay, so it's complicated, but what does no experience really mean to an employer in this situation? Because it can't mean you know nothing.
That's such a crucial point. No experience generally doesn't mean you're a blank slate. It usually means you haven't held a similar formal paid job in that specific field before.
Okay.
But here's the thing you got to remember. The skills you picked up in classes, doing projects, volunteering, maybe leadership in a student club, internships, all of that, highly transferable, really valuable, even if it's not job experience with a capital J-E, it counts.
So it's about reframing, thinking about experience differently. That's the challenge, I guess.
That's exactly it. Yeah, precisely. And think about that story we saw on Reddit, the mechanical engineering grad from 2021.
Yeah, I remember that. Sounded really tough.
Totally. Had multiple internships, which you'd think is great experience, right?
Yep.
But still struggling. Ended up in, quote, survival jobs, hotels, gyms, just trying to make ends meet, and still couldn't get responses from engineering firms.
Wow. That just underlines the whole problem.
It really does. It shows it's not just one person's bad luck. It's the systemic thing sometimes.
Yeah.
That feeling of being stuck, need experience for a job, need a job for experience, it's real.
Okay, so let's unpack this more then. If that formal experience is limited, which, let's be honest, it usually is for new grads.
Right.
What else are employers looking for? What qualities actually shine through? It can't just be this brick wall of no experience.
No, absolutely not. You're hitting on the core truth. While that formal history might be thin, our sources consistently point to key traits that employers really value in new hires, things you've likely been building all through college.
Okay, like what?
Well, first up, ambition. They want to see you're motivated. You have goals beyond just getting a paycheck. You're striving for something. You have initiative. You're not just going to sit there,
You want to grow, learn, contribute.
Exactly. Then, communication skills. This is huge. And it's not just talking. It's clear writing, concise speaking. It starts before the interview with your resume, your cover letter. Are they easy to read? Do they make sense?
Because if you can't write a clear email?
Right. How are you going to handle client reports or team updates? Makes sense. Third, dependability. Super basic, but critical. Do you follow through? Are you punctual? Meet deadlines. Do you have a solid work ethic? Managers need to trust you'll get the job done.
Like those group projects in college, you always knew who you could count on.
Totally. It's the same principle. Fourth, eagerness to learn. They know you won't know everything. That's fine. But do you want to learn? Are you willing to adapt, to grow? Are you coachable, open to feedback?
Shows potential.
Exactly. Fifth, positivity. A good attitude goes a long way. It helps the team vibe, makes the workplace better. Nobody wants to work with someone constantly negative, rather.
Definitely.
And finally, teamwork. Most jobs aren't solo acts. Can you collaborate? Can you listen? Can you contribute effectively in a group?
So these aren't just buzzwords. There's things you can actually show, even without a long job history.
Precisely. Through your classes, your activities, part-time jobs, volunteering, you demonstrate these qualities all the time. You just need to recognize them and articulate them. 2, strategic self-assessment, defining your path.
That's super helpful, focusing on those core traits. But, okay, before you can even show those traits to an employer, you need to kind of know yourself first, right? Like, what is your unique value? Sounds like a successful job search starts with some serious self-reflection.
It absolutely has to. You need to be your own primary source of information here. Before you sell yourself, you need to know what you're selling.
Makes sense.
Our sources lay out some key steps for this self-assessment. First, make a big list. Interests, what actually excites you. Strengths, what are you naturally good at? What do people tell you you're good at? And skills, both the hard skills like software and the soft skills we just talked about.
Get it all down on paper.
Yeah, everything. Then document all your experiences, and I mean all of them. Academic projects, volunteer stuff, even informal things. Tutoring, organizing a study group. Don't dismiss anything yet. You'll be surprised what skills pop out.
Like leadership from organizing that group.
Exactly. Or communication from tutoring. Then try to boil it down. Craft a concise statement like your personal work mantra. Why are you a great worker? What's your core offering? Something like, I'm a creative problem solver who thrives on collaborative projects and is passionate about using tech for social good.
Your personal brand statement, almost.
Kinda, yeah. And if you're stuck, career assessments can help. Your university might offer them. Even AI tools, believe it or not, can prompt you, generate ideas, point you towards paths you hadn't considered.
It feels less overwhelming than thinking you need your whole life mapped out on day one. It sounds more like discovery.
It is discovery.
Yeah.
And it can change. Look at that example, Jennifer Smith. Started in biology, totally different path. But took an elective, found a passion for environmental policy, women's rights, switched to women's studies. It wasn't a straight line, but that journey. It became her unique story, her brand, for the nonprofit job she targeted. It showed passion, adaptability.
That makes so much sense. It's about building your narrative from your actual experiences and interests.
You got it. And that self-knowledge naturally leads to a more focused search, which is way better than the scattergun approach.
Oh, yeah, just blasting resumes everywhere feels awful and probably doesn't work well either.
It really doesn't. It's inefficient, leads to burnout.
Yeah.
So the advice is narrow it down strategically.
Now,
First, based on that self-assessment, pick a few specific job types or career paths that genuinely align with you. Don't apply for everything. Apply for what fits.
quality over quantity.
Exactly. Then make a list, maybe 5 to 10 companies you'd actually like to work for in those fields, places whose mission or culture resonates with you. Do a little digging on them.
So you're targeting companies, not just job titles.
Right. And finally, be realistic. Understand you're likely looking at entry-level roles, often with training. Set realistic expectations about salary, location, maybe even hours. Be a bit flexible. Your dream job might not tick every single box right away.
Like that person on Reddit with the criminal justice masters.
Perfect example. Struggling in their field, but actively pivoting, researching cybersecurity certs, looking at entry-level tech, that's strategic flexibility. Recognizing that sometimes you need a stepping stone or new skills to get where you ultimately want to go. 3, crafting compelling application materials. Your first impression.
Okay, this is where it gets really tactical, isn't it? The resume. It's not just a list. It's got to be strategic. You've got, what, like 6 seconds to make an impression?
If that. Yeah, it's crucial. And for new grads, where the traditional work history might be a bit thin, our sources really recommend looking at a functional resume format.
Functional. How's that different?
Instead of just listing jobs chronologically, it emphasizes your skills, your qualifications, your accomplishments first. It shifts the focus to what you can do, regardless of where you did it. Class project, volunteering, internship.
Showcasing the skills directly. Makes sense if work history is short.
Exactly. So the key sections you'd have: contact info basic, but make it perfect. Name, phone, professional email, city, state. Definitely add your LinkedIn URL if you have a good profile.
Make it easy for them.
Yep. Then a summary statement. Short, punchy, right at the top. Tailored, this is key, tailored to each specific job. Use their language. Highlight your goals and the skills they need.
Not just hardworking student seeks job.
Please no. More like organized and detail-oriented recent graduate with proven event planning skills from coordinating campus initiatives, seeking to apply communication and project management abilities to the events assistant role at company name.
Much better.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
Education. Don't just list your degree. Include relevant courses, your major, graduation date. Add key projects, achievements, dean's list, maybe. Extracurriculars, especially leadership roles. Show, don't just tell.
So specific.
Always specifics. Then experience. Now, this is where you get creative. Reframe those academic projects, volunteer gigs, part-time jobs. Focus on the transferable skills. Manage a group project. That's project management, teamwork. Organize an event. Planning, budgeting, communication. Played sports. Discipline, teamwork, performing under pressure.
Find the professional angle in everything.
Pretty much. And finally, a skills section. A clear snapshot. Soft skills communication, problem solving, hard skills software, Python, Excel, Adobe Suite, whatever.
Yeah.
Languages, certifications. Make it relevant to the job ad.
Okay, great framework. But what about those dreaded applicant tracking systems? The resume robots? Does the functional style help there?
The ATS. The gatekeeper. This is where the master resume strategy comes in clutch.
Master resume.
Yeah. You create one massive document with everything you've ever done. Every skill, project, job, volunteer role, everything.
Your personal archive.
Exactly. Then, for each job you apply to, you make a copy of that master resume and you tailor the copy meticulously. Focus especially on the top third, the summary, the skills section. Mirror the keywords and phrases from that specific job description. Use their exact words if you can, authentically.
So the robot recognizes you match what they ask for?
Precisely. It's about getting past the filter so a human actually sees your resume. Because if you don't have the right keywords, the ATS might just toss it, no matter how qualified you are.
Wow. Okay. Any pitfalls with formatting for the ATS?
Big ones. Keep it simple. ATS systems hate complex formatting. Avoid columns, text boxes, tables, weird fonts, excessive bolding, headers, footers, even graphics or logos. They often convert it to plain text, and all that fancy stuff just scrambles the information.
So clean and simple is best.
Clean, simple, standard format. Maximizes readability for the bots.
Yeah.
Optimize your business with a Workforce AI Edge powered by Vizier. Make smarter decisions and achieve better outcomes with real-time AI insights delivered to every people leader. Explore more at visier.com.
And one more thing. Keywords are vital, but don't keyword stuff. Don't just list them randomly. Weave them naturally into your descriptions. Use them maybe 1-3 times if they genuinely fit your experience. Authenticity still matters.
Okay, so the resume is the strategic, keyword-focused document for the robots and a quick human scan. The cover letter, then, that's more your story, right? Your persuasive argument, adding the human touch.
Exactly. The cover letter is where you breathe life into the resume points. You elaborate, you connect the dots, you tell a bit of the story, why this company.
There's a narrative.
Yes. And it's a great place for brief personal anecdotes. Not your whole life story, but maybe how a tough class taught you perseverance. Or studying abroad built your adaptability. Connect those life lessons to the qualities employers want: dedication, motivation, resilience.
Show, don't just tell again.
Always. Instead of saying, I'm a problem solver, maybe briefly mention a time you had to troubleshoot something on a project with limited resources. It makes it real, memorable.
And connected to the company.
Absolutely critical. Show you've done your homework. Why are you excited about them? Their mission, their latest project. Connect your passion, your skills, directly to what they do. If you love their sustainability initiatives, say so, and explain how your relevant project experience makes you eager to contribute. It shows genuine interest, not just firing off generic applications. It makes you the candidate who cares, not just a candidate.
That makes a huge difference. Okay, so we're reframing experience, but what about actually getting more of it while you're searching? It still feels like you need experience to get experience sometimes.
It's a valid concern. But again, broaden that definition. Valuable experience isn't just paid, full-time work. Those significant academic projects, they count. Impactful volunteer work counts.
Yeah.
Leading a student club. Big time. Internships, crucial. Even part-time jobs teach customer service, time management, responsibility.
So look at everything you've done through an experience lens.
Yeah, and internships.
Wow.
The data on those is compelling. One source mentioned over 70% of internships lead to a job offer. Think about that. It's basically a long-term interview.
Huge potential return there.
Massive. And beyond that, look into professional certificates or certifications, especially in tech fields, cybersecurity, IT, data analysis. Industry-approved credentials can really prove your skills, sometimes even more than unrelated work experience. Shows initiative, shows you've invested in learning what they need. Vivivillian, acing the interview. Your moment to shine.
Okay, so you did it. Self-assessment, killer resume, and cover letter. Maybe some networking.
Yep.
And you landed the interview. Now what? You can't predict every question, but preparing for the common ones has got to boost confidence. Right?
Oh, absolutely. Preparation is key to calming nerves and really showcasing your best self. Our sources give great pointers on tackling those common interview questions. Let's walk through a few.
Please. First up, the classic. Tell me about yourself. Where do you even start?
Yeah, it's broad, but it's not an invitation for your life story. Keep it focused, maybe 1-2 minutes max. Hit the highlights. Your relevant academic background, key experiences, internships, projects, volunteer work, and maybe 1 or 2 core skills. Crucially, connect it all back to this specific job. Why are you here? What makes you a good fit for them?
So, a tailored professional summary, spoken aloud.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Like, I recently graduated with a focus on X, where I developed skills in Y and Z through projects like Brief Example. My internship at company further honed my abilities in relevant skill. I'm really excited about this role because connect to their company mission, the job specifics.
Okay, concise and relevant. What about the dreaded strengths and weaknesses question?
Right. For strengths, pick 3 that are genuinely strong and directly relevant to the job description. Back them up with brief examples if you can. For the weakness, be honest, but choose something you're actively working on, and that's the key part. Explain how you're addressing it.
So not just, I'm a perfectionist.
Definitely not. More like, I used to struggle with delegating tasks because I wanted everything perfect, but I realized that slowed things down. So now I actively use project management tools to assign tasks clearly, and I focus on trusting my team members' abilities. It's actually improved our outcomes. Shows self-awareness and growth.
Okay, good strategy. How about leadership experience? What if you haven't formally managed people?
Leadership isn't just managing. It can be taking initiative on a class project, coordinating a volunteer effort, mentoring a junior student. The key here is the STAR method. You got to use STAR.
Situation, task, action, result.
Right, exactly. Describe the situation, explain the task or challenge, detail the actions you took, and outline the positive result. And maybe add what you learned. It provides concrete evidence.
So structure your answer like a mini story.
Precisely. Same goes for questions like, tell me about a time you needed information you didn't have. They're assessing problem solving, initiative. Use STAR again. Situation. Needed data for a report. Task. Get the data. Supervisor was out. Action. Checked internal docs. Asked a colleague politely. Started structuring the report anyway. Result. Got the data. Finished report on time. Shows resourcefulness.
Okay, STAR is like a secret weapon for behavioral questions.
Totally. What about where do you see yourself in 5 years? People panic over this one. Don't panic. Be honest, but realistic. For an entry-level role, it's okay to focus on learning and growth within that company. Talk about mastering the role, maybe taking on more responsibility, becoming an expert in their field or product, contributing to team success. Show you want to stick around and develop.
So ambitious, but grounded in the current opportunity.
Exactly. And tell me about a time you failed. They want to see how you handle mistakes, if you learn from them. STAR again. Situation. What went wrong? Your role in it. Take responsibility. And crucially, what you learned and how you changed your approach afterwards. Shows resilience, accountability.
Honesty and learning from it.
Yes. And finally, why should we hire you over the next person? This is your closing argument. Reiterate your unique value proposition. Connect your top 2-3 strengths or experiences directly back to the most important requirements they've mentioned during the interview. Show you've listened and you are the solution to their needs.
Like a final targeted sales pitch for yourself.
You got it. Sell yourself confidently based on everything you've discussed.
That's incredibly helpful. But the interview, it's not just them grilling you, right? It's a two-way street. You need to ask them questions too.
Absolutely crucial. Asking thoughtful questions shows you're engaged, you're thinking critically, and you're genuinely evaluating them as much as they're evaluating you. It's your chance to see if it's truly a good fit for you.
So what kind of questions should you prepare?
Have at least 2 ready. Focus them on the job and the organization. Good ones could be, what does success look like in this role in the first 3-6 months? Or how does this team collaborate on projects? Or even, what are the biggest challenges facing the team or department right now?
Shows you're thinking about performance and fitting in.
Exactly. And maybe one about the bigger picture. Where do you see the company heading in the next few years? And how does this role contribute to that vision? Avoid asking about salary or vacation time at this stage, unless they bring it up first. Keep it focused on the work, the team, the culture.
Good tip. And always ask about next steps.
Always. At the very end, what are the next steps in the process, and what's the expected timeline? It shows you're organized and proactive, and it gives you crucial information so you're not just waiting by the phone indefinitely. It tells you when it's appropriate to follow up. V, building your digital footprint and network.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the application itself, the interview, but in today's world, your digital presence is huge. LinkedIn especially. It feels like more than just an online resume now, doesn't it? It's like a whole professional world online. Are new grads really using it to its full potential?
That's a great question, and honestly, probably not always, which is a massive missed opportunity. LinkedIn is absolutely vital for job seekers today, especially new grads. Think of it as your personal branding platform, working for you 24/7.
So how do you make it work for you?
Okay, first things first, complete your profile, 100%. Professional-looking photo doesn't have to be super corporate, but clean and friendly. A strong summary, rich with keywords for the jobs you want. Add your skills, get endorsements. Why 100%? Because complete profiles rank way higher in recruiter searches, like 60% higher.
Wow, okay. So completeness matters algorithmically.
Big time. And use the features. Add presentations, projects, links. Make it dynamic, more than just a static CV. Make sure those skills align with your target jobs. If you want a marketing job, feature social media marketing, SEO, content creation. Got it. What else?
Activate the open to work feature. You can set it so only recruiters see it, not your current boss if you have one. Specify the roles and locations you're interested in. It's like raising your hand saying, hey, recruiters, I'm looking. Makes their job easier.
Like putting out a signal flare.
Exactly. And consider the LinkedIn Premium free trial, even just for 30 days. You can see who's viewed your profile great for follow-up connections. You get in-mail credits to message people you're not connected to. You see how you compare to other applicants. Sometimes it even flags you as a featured applicant, can give you an edge.
Worth crying out then.
Definitely. Use the Jobs tab actively. Apply directly with Easy Apply sometimes, or follow links. Save jobs you're interested in to track them. And networking this is huge on LinkedIn. Connect with classmates, professors, alumni, people you interned with. Import your email contacts. But always personalize the connection requests.
Don't just send the generic one. Please don't. Remind them how you know them or why you want to connect. Hi name, great connecting at the event name talk. I'm exploring roles in industry and would love to connect. Much better odds they'll accept.
Makes sense. What about endorsements?
Ask for them. Reach out to people who know your work and ask if they'd endorse you for specific skills. It adds credibility. And follow companies you're interested in. You'll see their updates, news, maybe spot opportunities before they're widely posted. Helps you find contacts inside too.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Tapping into that hidden job market.
Exactly. Join groups in your field or areas of interest. Participate in discussions. Share relevant articles. Ask smart questions. It raises your visibility, expands your network, keeps you updated on trends. And finally, just stay active. Update your profile periodically. Like and comment on relevant posts. Share things. It shows you're engaged in your professional community.
It really is a whole ecosystem. I remember those Reddit threads we looked at. It seemed like everyone was saying LinkedIn was key. Any specific takeaways from those user experiences?
Yeah, the Reddit consensus was strong. Many people credited LinkedIn directly for landing jobs, often because recruiters found them. Two things stood out. Using relevant buzzwords or keywords strategically in their profiles, just like we discussed for resumes. And really emphasizing soft skills, customer service, communication, problem solving. Apparently, highlighting strong customer service skills from a retail job helped one person land a corporate client relations role.
Wow, translating experience effectively again.
It's all about translation and visibility.
Okay, LinkedIn is clearly essential, but what about, the real world? Things like career fairs. Are they still relevant?
Oh, absolutely. Don't underestimate the power of face-to-face interaction. Career fairs offer unique advantages. You get to make a personal impression, which can make your resume stand out from a pile. You can learn about opportunities, sometimes ones not posted online. You can talk to recruiters directly, meet alumni working there, maybe even get an informational interview or a referral right on the spot.
So worth putting on a suit for?
Definitely worth the effort.
Yeah?
But you got to prepare.
How so?
First, bring resumes. Multiple copies, maybe different versions if you're targeting different types of roles.
Tailored again.
Always tailored. Research the employers attending beforehand. Check their websites, recent news. Make a priority list of who you absolutely want to talk to. Saves time wandering around.
Have a plan.
Have a plan. And prepare your intro, that 30, 60-second elevator pitch. Who are you? What are you looking for? Why are you interested in them specifically? Practice it. And have a couple of thoughtful questions ready for them. Shows you're serious.
What about actually at the fair?
Dress professionally suit is usually safest. Check in, grab a map, hit your priority list. Firm, handshake, eye contact, smile. Be polite, confident, but concise. Recruiters are busy. Offer your resume, but be cool if they prefer online applications. Ask if you can still leave one and follow up online. Refer to your resume points. Connect your skills to their needs. Ask about next steps, and always try to get a business card for follow-up.
Gotta follow.
Always follow up. But networking isn't just career fairs and LinkedIn. Tap into your broader network. Professors, internship supervisors, old bosses, club advisors, coaches, family, friends. Your university alumni network is gold. Career services office, too. So many jobs get filled through these connections. Don't be afraid to reach out for advice or an informational chat.
It really is about who you know sometimes.
Or rather, who knows you and what you can do. And remember those alternative routes mentioned on Reddit. Temp agencies for office work, maybe even manual labor just to get started. Government jobs on usajobs.gov. Technician roles as a foot in the door for engineering. Federal research labs for training. Sometimes the path isn't linear, and that's okay. A strategic detour can still get you there. 6. Mastering the follow-up and negotiation.
Okay, deep breath. You've networked, applied, interviewed. You feel good about it. But you're not quite done yet, are you? That follow-up piece is still really important. Feels like something that could easily slip through the cracks.
It really is critical, and yeah, it's often overlooked. But a good follow-up can reinforce your interest, keep you top of mind, and help you get clarity. Our sources break it down into roughly 3 main scenarios for follow-up emails.
Okay, what are they?
First, the thank you email. This is non-negotiable. Send it within 24 hours of your interview, same day is even better. Thank them for their time, briefly reiterate your interest, maybe mention something specific you enjoy discussing. And here's a pro tip. Add a personal touch. Reference a small detail from your conversation, a shared interest, something they said about the company culture, anything that shows you were genuinely listening and engaged.
Makes it less generic.
Exactly. It helps you stand out. So something like, thanks again for chatting today. I really enjoyed learning about specific project and our discussion about shared interest point mentioned. I'm even more excited about the possibility of contributing my key skill to the team. Short, sweet, personalized.
Got it. Thank you note. Essential personalized prompt. What's next?
Second, the update request. If they gave you a timeline for hearing back, wait until just after that timeline passes. If they didn't give one, maybe wait about 2 weeks. Then, send a polite email checking on the status. Keep it positive, professional. Just reiterate your interest and ask if there are any updates. Don't sound demanding or impatient.
Gentle nudge.
Gentle nudge, exactly. And third, networking follow-ups. This is more long-term. Even if you don't get the job, if you connected well with someone during the process, consider reaching out later. Maybe ask for career advice, an informational interview, or just express continued interest in the company for the future. Keep those doors open.
Building relationships, even if this specific job didn't work out.
Right. Some general tips for all follow-ups. Be clear and direct. Respect their time. Be authentic. Use your own voice. Usually stick to your main contact person unless they direct you elsewhere. And respect the timeline they gave you. Patience plus proactivity.
Okay, follow-up handled. Now, the potentially scary part. The offer comes in. Salary negotiation. Especially for entry level, this feels like a minefield. Is it okay to negotiate? How do you even start?
It can definitely feel intimidating, but it's a crucial skill. And yes, it is often okay to negotiate even for entry-level roles, but timing and strategy are key.
So when do you negotiate?
Rule number 1, only after you have a formal written offer in hand, not during the interview process.
I wait for the official offer, okay.
Then consider negotiating if you know your market value based on research, and if the job requires a somewhat unique skill set you possess. Highly standardized roles, like maybe a cashier, often have less wiggle room.
When should you probably not negotiate?
Usually not for government jobs. Salaries are often set by pay scales, though the benefits are usually great. Also, maybe not if the offer is already way below your absolute minimum acceptable level, your BATNA, your best alternative. If you know you'd rather take another offer or go back to school, negotiation might be pointless. And if the offer is genuinely fantastic and at the top of the market range right from the start, you might decide pushing isn't worth the risk.
BATNA, best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Good to know that term.
Yeah, knowing your walkaway point gives you confidence. So if you do decide to negotiate, you need a strategy.
Okay, what's involved?
Research. Use sites like the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Glassdoor, LinkedIn Salary. Talk to people in the field via Handshake or alumni networks. Find out the average salary range for that role in that location for someone with your experience level. Data is your best friend here.
Know your numbers.
Know your numbers. Then, analyze the job description again and your interview notes. What do they emphasize? What skills seem most critical to them? And do a final skills assessment on yourself. Where do you truly excel or exceed the basic requirements? That's your leverage.
Okay, research done, leverage identified. How do you actually make the counteroffer?
If the offer's on the low end of your researched range, or you clearly bring extra skills, maybe aim for 10-20% above their initial offer. But check if that still keeps you within a realistic range. If the offer is fair, but you think your unique skills warrant a bit more, maybe ask for 5-7% more.
How do you phrase it?
Keep it collaborative, not demanding. Express enthusiasm for the offer first, then state your case calmly and confidently. Thank you so much for the offer. I'm very excited about the opportunity. Based on my research for similar roles in City and considering my experience with specific skill certification, I was hoping for a salary closer to your desired number. Is there any flexibility?
Polite, confident, data-backed.
That's the goal. And remember, it's not just about salary.
Right. Other benefits.
Exactly. If the base salary is firm, maybe negotiate for an extra week of vacation, a budget for professional development, help with relocation costs, more flexible hours, or even student loan repayment assistance if they offer it. Look at the total compensation package. Sometimes those benefits add up to more value than a small salary bump.
Good point. Think holistically about the offer. Wow. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground today. From feeling that initial post-grad panic and decoding the entry-level puzzle, all the way through self-assessment, building killer resumes and cover letters, totally nailing the interview using STAR.
Yes, STAR is key.
Building your network online and offline, and then confidently handling the follow-up and even negotiating that first offer. It's quite the journey.
It really is a process, and hopefully breaking it down like this makes it feel, well, a little less daunting. The biggest thing I hope you take away is that your first job, it's a starting point. It's not your entire career destiny sealed in stone.
Right. It's a stepping stone.
Exactly. It's where you learn, you grow, you gain real-world experience, you figure out what you like, what you don't like. You'll probably have setbacks. Everyone does. The key is persistence, being adaptable, staying proactive. Those are your superpowers in this.
That's a really great perspective to keep in mind. So as you, our listener, step out into this pretty dynamic job market where entry level sometimes feels like it needs experience, and AI is playing a bigger role in hiring, the challenge and the opportunity is to keep finding creative ways to show your unique value, your human adaptability. Maybe that means taking an unexpected role as a strategic step. Maybe it means constantly learning. It's about forging your path, which might look different and maybe even better than you first pictured.
Absolutely. So take these strategies, use them, adapt them, stay confident in what you bring. Remember that every step you take, every connection you make, every skill you highlight, it's all building towards your professional future. You've got this. You're building something great one step at a time.
This has been From Dorms to Desks, job hunting tips for those early in their careers. A podcast brought to you by College Recruiter job search site, which believes that every student and recent grad deserves a great career. Each episode, we dive into tips, tricks, and insights that will help you land your next part-time, seasonal, internship, or entry-level job. Subscribe to this podcast for free now, so you don't miss an episode, and visit www.collegerecruiter.com to find your next great job.